Welcome back, guys, to Trails to Azure, where last episode, 1 week after the Red Constellation's raid on Crossbell, Chapter 4, Day 1 began with the Independence vote only 3 days away, and Noel having decided to leave the SSS to rejoin with the depleted CGF, so our final patrol with the Sergeant Major got underway. Having checked out Central Square and the back alley, we now continue on. Hey buddy, how's it hanging? Want to come in for a quick drink or free? Forget the Civic Center, our club's got all the charity service you need if you catch my drift. The marks of stuff are here. Things have finally calmed down, sure, but the city's still in the same slump it's been in since the raid. The way I see it, it's up to guys like me to party harder than ever before to kickstart the economy. Know what I'm saying? That's why I'm about to get turned out here. Getting turned. Our hotel was fortunate enough to avoid any major damage in the raid. Arc En Ciel, on the other hand, what a catastrophe. Why would the attackers even target them? It's despicable. Yes, you're telling me. Gone back to our sad music, by the way. Monsters roaring, gunshots left and right, officers shouting and screaming. Recalling the details of that night still makes me quiver with fear. How could this have happened to us? You've had literal rockets being fired underneath you. Yet somehow they were good enough aim that no structural damage was done to your hotel, which is kind of crazy. Especially when it's got that overhang and all. Raiders left deep lasting scars in our city. That is far from an overstatement. The CGF sustained heavy losses. Even Ilya couldn't escape harm. We can never allow this to happen again. That is all I have to say on the matter. Seeing the entertainment district bathed in flames was like a scene right out of a nightmare. But now I hope our hotel can play a small part in restoring Crossbell City to its former glory. Alright, let's drop by the casino, head up to Arc En Ciel, and then head right to the... Oh my god, they hit the thing. They shot up the entrance? Why? Hey there, wanna play? Then come on in, our casino could use energy like yours. I had tickets to what would have been tonight's Arc En Ciel performance, but after what's happened, all I can do now is pray that Ilya will be alright. Everyone's talking about the referendum. I hear they're going to have polling stations all over, but if I'm going to vote, it might as well be at Orchis Tower. Right. Anything new available? I feel like they've added one in the food section. Luck emblem. Accuracy plus 50% prevents death blows drop rate plus 30%. It's actually kind of cool. Do I have to spend 10 million years at the casino again? My god. I'll be here to the end of time. I'm fortunate I wasn't here when that terrible attack occurred last week. But by the same token, there's no guarantee it won't happen again. It may be wisest for me to hold off on my outings to Crossbell for now. Every time I see the scorch marks outside, I think back to the raid. We were fortunate that the armed group didn't breach the casino. But suppose they had. What would have happened to us? The thought keeps me up at night. I bet. You were not a target. The referendum will finally be held 3 days from now. After everything that's happened, it's easy to predict the results. But even so, I still plan to participate. How will I be voting? That, dear guest, is a secret. That raid last week put the fear of Agnes in me. Times like these are when we should focus on our well-being, and what better way to heal than playing the slots? Goddamn. This man. Well, if it's in Randy, you have the face of a man who's finally managed to move on. I have to wonder what you're doing here, though. Business has been dead all week. What are you talking about? This place is the same as it always does. Why don't you just admit that you miss me, Drake? You wish. Life was going great with one less whiny brat to deal with. The only reason I want you around is so you can pay back your debts, and I don't just mean your tab. So don't think about going anywhere until you pay me back in full. Don't remind me, you old grouch. I know it doesn't always seem like it, but those two really are close. They're like a pair of schoolyard pals. The only reason I want you around, Randy, is so you can pay back your debts. Cool. Come back to pay me eventually. Alright, to Arc En Ciel then. I'm so worried about Ilya. I wish there was some way I could help, but all I know how to do is sell ice cream. Still, I'll keep at it while I await Ilya's big comeback. He goes nothing. Ice cream, get your ice cream. It's cold, it's tasty, it's refreshing. You know you want a scoop. You might want a new place at this point. Why? What did Lady Ilya ever do to deserve this? Those monsters, Agnes herself could never forgive what they did to her. Well, I'm not gonna. If only she hadn't made a bond of, like, motherly kind of attention towards Sully. And it would be Sully that was smushed down. That's not a good result. They say Lady Ilya's still in a coma. Damn it all, what kind of cruel world would let something like this happen? I said, how do you reckon Sully's taking this? And then, of course, there's Risha. Who exactly was that red-haired girl? And where has Risha run off to? So much has transpired, and I'm still baffled by almost all of it. Risha's ran off. Hello, everyone. Osama, I'm a little surprised you're here. Is the entire troop in today? Here they are. Each of them has been coming to the theatre every day they can. Except for Risha, that is. She has yet to return since that horrible night. We're sorry to hear that. That aside, all the troop have been taking turns visiting Ilya at the hospital. Sully will be there all day today, as a matter of fact. I see. She must be taking this hard. Well, truth be told, I'm still in shock at what happened. This all feels like a never-ending nightmare. If only. Forgive me for rambling. You're free to walk around the theatre and say hello to the rest of the troop. I think they would like that. Know that the SSS is always welcome here. Thank you, sir. We really appreciate it. Sully is visiting Ilya in the hospital today, not the hotel. I wish it was. We're all praying she comes out of her coma soon. Running around the theatre is not a good idea right now. Can't see what's on there. I feel nauseous just thinking about that horrible attack on opening night. Ilya's costume was tattered and stained in blood. I couldn't bear to look at it. Oh, Ilya, how could this have happened? Normally I would be practicing my singing right about now. But I just can't find the inspiration anymore. How could something so tragic happen to our fervent dancer? I can hardly believe it's real. Too many posters on the wall. Keep thinking it might be something else. I wonder what Ilya would say to us at a time like this. I know we have to stay strong, but I've been at a loss for days. Sully is taking all of this much harder than the rest of us. Ilya was hurt protecting her, so she blames herself for it. Where could Risha be? Feels like she's hiding something from us, but still, she is one of us. I don't want to believe that she just abandoned us without so much as saying goodbye. Ilya has always been an amazing woman. She gallantly protected Sully without a second thought, and even after she was hurt, the only thing she cared about was Sully's safety. The rest of the performance. They say the show must go on, but is there anything we can accomplish in this sad state? Even now I can't get that night out of my mind. Stage sets and automata of the Meister builders were destroyed in the attack. The Meister breathed life into these works of art, and the troop members took care of them with the utmost respect. All it took was a senseless act of violence to destroy them all in the blink of an eye. Still, at the end of the day, the staging and automata can always be rebuilt. What happened to Ilya? I'm sorry, I need a moment. I'll rebuild Arc En Ciel's set as many times as I need to. If I let something like this break me, I'll never be able to face Ilya again. Lloyd. I'm sorry, Ivan. No, I should be the one apologizing. I had so much on my mind these past few days that it's hard to even greet our guests properly. Still, I believe with all my heart that Ilya will recover from her coma. We believe so too. In any case, now isn't the time to be moping around. I had to pull myself together for everyone's sake. Ilya will be furious with me if she finds out I've been moping about this entire time. The music really fits going through here. Revenge must be sought, though revenge is not a good thing. That's surely where... Yeah. Pretty sure is right about now. Good afternoon, Special Sports Section. Same to you. How is everything? Repairs begun on headquarters. Well, we've managed to clean up most of the rebels so far, but as you can see, the damage to the entranceway is quite severe. It'll take some time before the reception area is fully operational again. In the meanwhile, the department has moved all reception duties to the Crossbell Police Academy. That's where you'll find Miss Rebecca as well. Any work-related business you need to conduct can be done over there. Good to know. Thank you for telling us. Getting headquarters fully repaired is going to take some time. Right, the work-related stuff might be over here. How about the... Okay, we know Fran made it, but what about Raymond? Etc.? They were close-ish-er? Alright, we'll do the admin district once we've done Orchis Tower then. Gotta get my money after all. I was in the financial affairs office when the attack started. The plan was for us to evacuate to the basement. But since it was impossible for everyone to use the elevators, the younger men volunteered to take the stairs instead. The only problem, financial affairs is on the 31st floor. I was gonna have a heart attack by the time I got to the bottom. Never did I picture myself having to run down 30 floors worth of Orchis Tower staircases. Man, I must really be out of shape. I should start going to the gym or something. Mommy says Mr. Arios and the police officers protected us from the bad guys. Thank you, Mr. Arios. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Police Officers. My daughter and I were in the plaza when the attack happened. Even when they told us to take shelter in the building, I thought for certain we were going to die. We owe our lives to everyone who risked theirs to defend the tower. Arios especially. This place is way less marked up than I expected. Did they do this repairs on here first? My goodness. Hey, Nilsson. Orchis Tower's presence is such that even without my vision, I can feel it towering above me. Rather convenient that it was at hand to serve as a new symbol for the city after the IBC building's destruction. Perhaps I'm overthinking it. Convenient. Nilsson, tell us what you know. Those Red Constellation thugs were terrifying. They didn't just have a beaten experience, even their weaponry was more advanced. Maybe things would have gone different that night if Crossbell had a real military. The battle that broke out in the plaza here was intense beyond imagination. If it weren't for Arios, Orchis Tower may have ended up just like the IBC. Oh, even thinking about it sends a shiver down my shiver down my spine, not a shine down my... What? Shiver down my spine. Tower is safe now, thankfully. There's no point in dwelling on how much worse things could have been. I don't mean to take credit from Detective Dudley. He saved us too. But Aris was on another level entirely. The sword was moving so fast it was practically inhuman. No wonder they call him the Divine Blade of Wind. But Dudley and Aris didn't move in until the blooming sidecars got blown up. I was like, you're right there, guys. Move. Oh, I do get my rate here. Nice. Orchis Tower came away unscathed in the raid thanks to Mr. McLean's iron defenses. The IBC building, on the other hand, is nothing but a burnt-out husk now. Thankfully, civilian casualties were kept to a minimum, but there are still scars left behind, like at Arc En Ciel. I'm not sure what they were after, or if it was just a warning or something. Doesn't matter though, Crossbell won't forget this. Thankfully, civilian casualties were kept to a minimum. Yeah. Somehow. I was surprised to hear the IBC had been backing up customer data at Orchis Tower for a while now. Really something, won't find better crisis management anywhere. That's the kind of reputation that comes with supporting the continent's economy for as long as they have. Arios McLean is a true Crossbell hero. I was there when he defended us from that armed group's advance. It was breathtaking beyond description. It may sound outlandish, but I feel as though we could even stand up to the major powers with him in our corner. Really, I do. The Civic Center is holding a charity event today. All proceeds go toward reconstruction efforts for the city. They've been doing a lot of good work to bring smiles back to people's faces. I urge you to consider attending if you have the time. You know, it's incredible that the IBC managed to get their services up and running again so quickly. It makes me realize just how impressive the Orbital Net's technology truly is. Hello again, Lamfey. It looks like you've been settling in nicely since the relocation. Good day, Miss McDowell. And yes, things have been going smoothly, thanks to the work of acting CEO, Miss Croyce, and everyone in the technology department. Over half of our staff has already resumed regular operations here at Orchis Tower. Feel free to come to me with anything you might need, just as you did before. Thank you, Lamfey, we will. The IBC will be operating from here in Orchis Tower for the foreseeable future. As such, the separate exchange service is available to you in the same capacity as before. If there's ever anything I can assist you with, feel free to let me know. Exactly why we came here. Thank you very much, Lee. Right, I guess I'll take 200 off the top here. 185 here. $241. Like, we obviously need money, but we also need Sepip. It's the issue, isn't it? Should I grind again? That's the question. I don't know why I want it to be all numbers like that, but it just feels like a target I go for. There we go. Mirror. I saw the conflict in the plaza break out as I was heading to the basement to take shelter during the raid. Watching those Jaegers close in on us was one of the most terrifying things I've ever experienced. I'm so thankful they didn't breach the building. Honestly, didn't think I was going to live through the night. Well, thankfully we know this glass does hold up. Well, to bullets. The Empire must be the ones back in the Red Constellation. Who else could it be? There's no way us Crossbellers could take someone like this lying down. You need some kind of weird weapon advantage to be able to fight back against that, because you do not have people and personnel. We can still go to the roof, so our thing's still on. Our ticket is still here. Well, there's only a week that went by, isn't it? There's no one. There may be someone up here. Is this your place now? Just stand there all the time. Don't push him off. Don't push him off. Don't startle him. Don't startle him. Ah, and you coming up here again would be a good idea. I was planning on taking this time to get through this book I bought, but the view is just too captivating. Try giving it a read yourself, though, if you like. Not only has Momo joined the channel, thank you for the follow, we also get Sunshine Agnes Chapter 10! Ah, and you coming up here again would be a good idea. Looking out this view makes all my fears and anxieties from the raid just wash away. And that's just in time, too. It was the week's worth of episodes. We're in the final one, probably. Joey has claimed that platform for himself. The most dangerous of platforms. The most dangerous. Book achieved. Admin district, then. Back to our sad music. Oh, actually, it's not here. Weirdly, it's only the entertainment district that's sad? I guess. Considering what happened. What's this, then? The Empire did so many awful things that makes them the bad guys, right? Have you heard? They say the raid was plotted by the Empire. Those damned Imperials. I'll never forgive them. It was such a fool. All this made me realize that it doesn't matter how subservient we are to the Empire. Our lives mean nothing to them. For the sake of Crossbell, pursuing our independence is the only choice we have. Balloons, get your balloons here. How many would you like? 1, 2, 3. Take as many as you can hold. Why are you here? I'll be teaching some balloon sculpting as part of the general arts class the Civic Center is holding this afternoon. Come join us if you're interested. That's what's going down then. Even now, that night still haunts me. Why, when I think of what they did to dear sweet Ilya. Now, I'll never forgive those infernal barbarians. Not them or the Imperial government. After what they put us through, independence is our only option. We need to rise up and fight back. Yes, it's very much garnered support, hasn't it? Welcome. How would you like to try my brand new acerbic tomato soda? Some people swear by this stuff, I'll have you know. Give it a swig. It'll put a pep in your step. I guarantee it. Tasty. It's what I want. It's what I... CP plus 20. The fundraiser they're holding at the Civic Center seems like fun. They've managed to set up some real exciting events. Above all, I think making the reconstruction effort something we can come together and enjoy as a community is a wonderful idea. I see that this fundraiser was planned by the Business Owners Association. Just like the anniversary festival, you can always count on the BOA to hatch an uplifting idea. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, back alley Dr. Glenn chapters 9 to 12 have been put into the library now, so no new recipe. A charity event hosted by the City and the Business Owners Association looks like a good time. Maybe I'll head over and make a donation. It's only human to want to help your fellow neighbors. Maybe I'll head over. We've still got a long road ahead, but the reconstruction efforts finally seem to be coming together. Thankfully, there was no damage to the station or airport, so I'm still free to come and go from Crossbell as I please. Scary to think about, but mass transit is a major target for violence when it comes to attacks like the raid. Well, this library is indispensable for researching Crossbell and history. Maybe it's about time I shut myself in a research lab in Le Mans, though. I'd already gotten off work and left for the night when the raid began. It seems the administrative district suffered heavy damages, especially at the police department. An entire week has gone by since then, but even now, I can't forget the flames that ravaged our city. Was all of this a retaliation for the mayor's independence proposal? So it does seem like the citizens have made up their mind. Where are they? Maybe it's a case of considering it too dangerous to go out now. Right, the only fear I have about walking in here is that there's a quest here, right? That might meddle with things. I don't know how this will work. Well, let's go. Our main event is in jeopardy of being cancelled, is it? Why? Explain. Who do I talk to? Doesn't look like they're coming. How about giving up on this whole idea, Roy? Are you serious, Grandpa? We're on this charity drive to raise everyone's spirits. We can't just cut the main attraction. What would we even do? Replace it? With what? I understand that, Roy, but... Sorry to interrupt your conversation, you two. Oh, it's the SSS. It's good to see you again, Lloyd. Are you here for the charity drive? Well, if I'm not mistaken, your association requested our assistance with the event. Oh, I don't recall anything of the sort. That's because I was the one who sent it. What? Just when did that happen? I did it in secret a little while ago. I can give you guys the rundown real quick. That is if you have the time for it. Charity schmarity, it's for a good cause. Sure, I'd be happy to help you out. Awesome, let me explain the request in full then. As you're all aware, we're holding a charity drive in the Civic Center today. We've got a piano performance and a buffet lined up right now, but there's just one problem. And that would be? Well, I had a special program planned for later. It's supposed to be our main event. But we're short on participants. Things are at a total standstill. The request did mention something like that. What is this event exactly? It's the Miss Crossbell Pageant. Work It Working Girl Edition. So it's a beauty contest then. Hey, you want to hear me complain? I'm a pro at scoping out babes. The subtitle is rather cringe-inducing, however. How do you figure? Who's better to honor than the working women of our city, right? That being said, we've barely gotten any participants. Only 3 women have agreed to take part so far. Well, that's not nearly enough to hold a pageant. At this rate, cancellation will be the only logical step to take. Whilst not as if I can't understand why most would be hesitant to go through with this, I have a feeling I know where we fit into this picture. Yep, it's exactly what you're thinking. I'd like you guys to scout out some women in the workforce who'd be willing to compete in the pageant. Alright, I think we get the idea. You mentioned that you already have 3 participants. Who are they exactly? First one is Cynthia. She's one of the receptionists at Times Department Store. Heard of that. Next is Eris, the back alley hostess. That's why she's missing. And last but not least, I got the okay from Officer Kate at the CPD. Wow, I can't believe you actually managed to convince her. A receptionist, a hostess, and a copper? That's some nice variety you got there. What other kinds of working women are you looking for? Let's see. I'm looking for a waitress, an artisan, a maid, and a sister from the church. I think these 4 occupations would strike a very nice balance together. Ideally, I'd love to have a nurse or a member of Arc En Ciel participate too. That'd be nigh impossible. After Ilya's recent injury, Arc En Ciel has suspended operations, and St. Ursula has its hands full attending to the recent influx of patients. No surprise there. Anyway, we know what our job is. We'll find you a waitress, an artisan, a maid, and a church sister, just like you asked. Great, we'll start the pageant as soon as we can. Once you've gathered everyone, I'm counting on you. I've got myself into something that's way more involved than I thought I would at this time of night, if you know what I mean. Thank you for attending today's charity drive. If there are any events that interest you in particular, let me know. I'll be happy to provide you with more information. Sorry to have Roy take up all your valuable time, everyone. I have to admit this pageant would be an excellent way to help people take their minds off of everything that's happened. Good luck searching for suitable participants. I'd like for you guys to scout out some women in the workforce to participate in our pageant. A waitress, an artisan, a maid, and a sister. Artisan? Oh, okay. So, waitress are probably Vincept, obviously. Oh, no! Oh, so they want Shan Shan. Wendy. The maid in Ellie's house, I'm pretty sure. Can't remember her name. Margaret? And possibly Reese, but probably not. Those four occupations together will strike the delicate balance we need. I'm counting on you. Yeah, that's the thing. I hope you all enjoy today's charity event. I will, I'm sure. Not loud. I'm pretty sure I've probably identified who we need to find, though. How to make decadently sweet chocolate. Why not try making some at home? Sweet chocolate. Lovely. Glimpsed it as I walked past, like down here. My goodness, what's going on here? My goodness indeed. Well, I guess we'll actually end up completing this quest in the next episode, most likely, at this rate. That's just the start for it, but we've got tons of people to speak to here. All proceeds earned from today's buffet will go straight towards the city's reconstruction, so please help yourself to anything we have to offer. This is so tasty. Look at you, you've got ketchup all over your mouth. I really enjoyed the song the pianist played just now. This is the first time I've felt calm since the attack. There, my makeup is straight up gorgeous now. I'm gonna do this, I might as well knock everyone else out of the park. Eris is looking to win. I'm helping with the buffet, so sadly I can't participate in the pageant. My apologies, but you'll have to find someone else. Wow, this place is packed to the rafters with outrageous babes. I wonder if it has something to do with that main event they're putting on later. Oh, they have food from every training hotspot in Crossbell. It's amazing. The more I eat, the more I help out the reconstruction. City Pride just can't get any better than this. Is that how it works? I'll be going on stage for the next event. I'm used to standing in front of people for my job, but that doesn't make me any less nervous. I'm helping catering this evening with food from Long Lao. Puck and Roos are covering for me at the tavern in the meantime. Honestly, it's got me a little worried, but those two should have their act together by now. I'm probably overthinking it. By the way, if it's not Sister Reese, it would probably be Juju, right? Change the subject, but Shan-chan's been feeling kind of glum lately. She was invited to participate in the pageant, but I guess she turned it down. Hopefully she cheers up soon. Oh, okay, there's something going on there. Oh, hey, Lloyd. Oscar, I didn't realize you were helping out with the charity event. Yeah, Morgs and better at handling things at the store while I'm here. I've got my baguettes on each table. I know my way around a few dishes to go well with bread too. That sounds lovely. Ah, thanks. You guys have a good time, okay? My baguettes are on every table. Give me the bread. Just give me the bread. That pianist is so beautiful. Her little charity recital will make for a perfect photo op. Pianist. Hey there, you guys. Hey, Grace. Are you covering the event? You betcha. The energy in here is just fantastic. Whatever article I get from this is sure to perk our city's downhearted denizens right up. Grace left us with scars in every sense of the word. It's going to take a long time for them to fade. So I've got to do what I can by covering this pageant. Pen can both hurt and heal, you know. Ah, point taken. We'll leave you to it, Grace. Word is this charity drive is a pretty eye-catching lineup for the main event. I think our readers are going to love it. So I hear you guys were put in charge of finding more entries for the beauty pageant. Good luck out there. I'll be rooting for you.
Don't you bring any more competitors in here.
Let's see, what song should I play next? That is a question. Well, it's going to be interesting to get out there and do that. But I've got a couple of tasks to knock off the list first before I go scouting. So we came here, of course, to get our Sepip up, and I was like, yeah, I'll do the admin district. So we've now done that. So we've now done admin, back alley, entertainment, and Orchis Tower. We don't have an IBC to scan, so that's the thing. I can now buy my weapons, but there's no point in me equipping them yet, because of course we've got to upgrade them. Let's make sure we engage in the capitalism. For the economy! But there really is no reason to put them on. Uni Mercator. Syncs with the user's mind. Takes it over. The Vice Shocker. The Master Gloves, Critical Plus. Favored by Eastern Masters. And the Delta Storm. SMGs with high firepower. They excel in suppressing foes. We'll buy those for now. That brings us down to how much? Oh my goodness. I knocked out my money pretty fast. Of course, we've got to spend money when we spend U material, which we should be like right on the cusp of like capping U material at this point. That is a thing. But of course, we've got our bedtime story to read. For another session, that's pretty much come to its end. Is there anything else I can do in the meantime? I thought of something, but then I completely forgot. Because that's just the way I roll. So maybe we'll read our bedtime story in over here. To the music of the fancy, spancy, schmancy place. Going down. Missing it. Chapter 4, Day 1. There's lots to come. But first, we have to move on to a new session. And until then, let me lull you to sleep with Chapter 10 of Sunshine Agnes, Power for the High Priestess. The grandfather clock in the parlor struck twice, and Agnes quietly left the room. By the light of the moon, she passed through the cafe and unlocked the front door, slipping out into the chilly night. The day before, she had wound up drawing one final card to determine when she should make her move. It was the High Priestess, the second arcana, which to her meant 2 a.m. Ed is still okay, Agnes assured herself. I just know it. Surely leaving at 2 in the morning would get her there in time to save him. She looked down and noticed that her hands were shaking. I can get ahead of myself, though. Oh, I can't get ahead of myself, though. Ed could die if I'm not careful. I just need to follow the cards and wait until 2 a.m. before doing anything. Meow! Kagamaru roosted upon Agnes's head. It was heavier than he looked. Agnes wondered if his laziness was making him fat. Still, it brought a certain sense of comfort having his weight over her head. She took a deep breath to center herself beneath the glow of the full moon above. Let's get going. Now in better condition, Agnes closed her eyes and felt out the septium veins beneath the earth, searching for where they grew stagnant. She then walked down the dimly lit streets, guided by her instincts toward the darkness beyond. Ankerville nights were cold, even at the height of summer. Agnes wore a light sweater, her cream-colored hair complemented by the pale moonlight. The Esmeralda necklace she wore jostled in time with her every step. The tiny stone was all Agnes had left of her mother. The memories were so distant that she couldn't even remember her face. When Agnes was just a child, her mother left without a trace after using her powers in public. Such were the laws of her clan. And although Agnes couldn't recall how she learned that, she knew exactly why it was so. We carry dangerous potential within us, she recounted. We must keep it hidden and live amongst the others. Before long, the road led out of the city and ended at the base of a large hill. A cemetery, Agnes whispered. At the top of the hill were rows of black tombstones. Among them, she spotted something moving about. Edwin, he's here, Agnes exclaimed. There was no mistaking it. She recognized him by the coat he was wearing. He was still charred from the traffic accident several weeks back. I've told him so many times to get rid of it, but he's still wearing that ratty thing, she thought. Agnes removed Kagamaru from her head and held him in her arms, crouching behind a gravestone. She berated herself for wearing such a conspicuous outfit. Regardless of her lack of foresight, however, she knew Edwin was in mortal danger. After steadying her breath and carefully gauging the distance between the two of them, Agnes crept quietly into the shadows. Covert rescue mission. I remember what I wanted to do. We just got a new recipe. Can I make it? Sweet chocolate, I can indeed. Oh, it uses quite a lot of these special beans we've got here. And the next worst one to do it is you, so... Reflective chocolate, that's not the best one. Why did you keep doing that? I'm going to need to make another of them at the very least. A Midnight Delight and a beautiful cake for my new recipe. The Midnight Delight's what I need to trade to get the thing. Lottie can finally get the ridiculously expensive accessory. We've achieved it. I forgot what it's called now. It's here. Beautiful. Beautiful. I've got it. The trade will commence. But that is next time when we go to the downtown district. There's a quest there after all. On trails. To Azure. Tradey. I'm sure I have enough. I guess I might have to get some more mirror at this point. But I do have enough mirror for the trade at the very least. We're not buying it straight up right after all. Life is good. Except the life is bad because... Well, Crossbell got attacked. Blown up. And everyone's acting like it's, you know, trying to get back to normality. What is going to happen next in this game? I feel like we've been through a crazy last session, a crazy last week of episodes. Crazy last 14. Maybe that crazy will continue next time. I'll see you then for more Trails to Azure. Bye-bye.